The story of the 10 plagues of Egypt is an ancient tale, a cornerstone of the biblical narrative detailed in the book of Exodus. It is a profound saga of liberation and faith, demonstrating the limits of earthly power when faced with divine decree. It all begins with the Israelites, who were enslaved in Egypt for generations. Despite their pleas for freedom, Pharaoh's heart was hardened, resolutely refusing to let them go. This set the stage for a divine intervention of unprecedented magnitude. The first plague to strike Egypt was that of water turned to blood. The mighty Nile, so vital to Egyptian life and prosperity, became a symbol of desolation. Its waters were transformed into blood, rendering them foul and undrinkable. This act was not just a physical crisis, but a symbolic shaking of the very lifeblood of Egypt. Yet Pharaoh remained unmoved, his arrogance unyielding. Then came the second plague, frogs in overwhelming numbers. Emerging from the rivers, they infiltrated homes, bedrooms, and kitchens. The rampant presence of these creatures, so abundant and intrusive, brought chaos into the daily lives of Egyptians. Still, Pharaoh's defiance persisted, his pride an impenetrable fortress. Next was the infestation of gnats, arising like dust from the ground. Engulfing all of Egypt, they tormented humans and animals alike. This infestation blurred the line between comfort and discomfort, evening the playing field between king and subject. Yet Pharaoh's steadfastness remained. Following the gnats were the flies, massive swarms that invaded houses and spoilt the land. The incessant buzzing filled ears, and their presence bred a palpable distress across the nation. Even then, Pharaoh stood unyielding. The fifth plague targeted livestock, the heart of Egypt's agrarian economy. Horses, donkeys, camels, and cattle succumbed en masse, dealing a severe blow to Egyptian society's wealth and status. And yet, the hardened heart of Pharaoh resisted further. Thus descended the sixth plague. Boils. Painful sores broke out upon both man and beast, an affliction visible in its distressing impact and physical manifestation. Even Pharaoh's magicians could not stand before Moses because of these boils, but his pride was far from breaking. Now came the seventh plague, hail. A storm of unprecedented intensity, mingling fire with ice, shattered the land of Egypt. This devastation laid waste to crops and trees, a vivid allegory of nature's power over human obstinacy. Still, Pharaoh was not swayed. The eighth plague brought locusts, a scourge in massive and overwhelming numbers. They devoured everything the hail had left behind, emphasizing nature's unchecked authority when unleashed by divine will. Pharaoh reconsidered for a moment, but ultimately his heart was bolstered once more by pride. Darkness was the ninth plague, a tangible and oppressive void lasting 3 days. It was darkness that could be felt, enveloping a land accustomed to the brilliance of the sun. A metaphor for the moral and spiritual darkness besieging Egypt due to Pharaoh's stubbornness. At last, the final and most devastating plague, the death of the firstborn. A profound and painful loss swept over Egypt, touching every family from the humblest servant to Pharaoh himself. This act was the climax of defiance meeting divine assertiveness. Only then did Pharaoh relent, albeit temporarily, allowing the Israelites to seek their freedom. The 10 plagues of Egypt serve as a timeless narrative illustrating the consequences of arrogance and the hardening of one's heart. Pharaoh's refusal to humiliate his pride before an omnipotent force led to unprecedented ruin for his people. It is a story that echoes through ages, reminding us of the virtues of humility and the dangers of hubris. If this tale of plagues and perseverance has captivated you, consider giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel. Dive deeper into history, faith, and the lessons entrenched within our world's most compelling narratives. Thank you for watching.